Okay, getting my screen set up here. Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yeah. Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me and hear me. If you can see me and hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. One more time. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes so I know everything is okay. Lolly says yes. Thank you, Lolly. That means Lolly can see me and she can hear me. So everything is good. Ella says yes. Suma says yes. Tetsuro says yes. All right. Nguyen says yes. Okay. I'm happy about that. There are no technical difficulties, so that makes me very happy. Okay, good, good. Hello, everyone. I'm here with you, yes, and it is not our usual time, but I have to do this time for the next 6 weeks. So please bear in mind, or bear with me for the next 6 weeks, June, and then the first 2 Saturdays in July. This is the time on Saturdays, okay? Candy is here. Hi, Candy. Thank you for saying yes. Okay, today we are doing a worksheet and video. Here is the worksheet. It is on my YouTube homepage. You could go there, go to the community page. Right up there, we got some choices. You have videos, home, videos, playlists, community, membership, channels, about, and there's a magnifying glass, a search. So just go to community and there you will see today's worksheet. I posted it there just a little while ago. We're going to watch a video and then do a worksheet. All right. So I hope you're ready to do that. One thing about the chat, only subscribers can enter the chat. I do that to keep the bots out, to keep the spamming out, because we want the chat to be safe, fun. Right, we want it to be a safe place for us to practice English. So we don't need bots, we don't need spamming, no, those aren't good. So only subscribers can be in the chat. But it's really easy. If you want to be in the chat, just subscribe to my channel and you will be in the chat. Okay, so one more time. Only subscribers can be in the chat. I do that to keep the bots and spamming out so we have a safe place to practice together, our English together. If you want to enter the chat, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, so I always say that because some people go, why can't I get into the chat? Well, that means you're not a subscriber. So I make it only for subscribers, so we have a safe place to practice. Okay, so, Uzbekistan is in the house. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so, well, I guess we should, I was going to say, we always have a toast for good luck. Yeah, let's do our toast. Yes, of course. How can I forget? Here is my coffee. This is my tumbler. Whatever you're drinking, if it's milk, if it's water, if it's juice, whatever it is, pick it up for our toast. We're gonna have 2 toasts actually, 2 toasts. Our first toast will be for the green team. Yep, the members, you see them. Their names are in green. They support me. They support the channel. By supporting me and the channel, they are supporting everyone. So they deserve a big, big thank you. So let's give a big thank you to the green team. Cheers. If you don't have a beverage, we can fist bump, bump, cheers, bump, cheers. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. So bottoms up. Best Gamer is in the house. Hello, Best Gamer. Our second toast. Oh, Lule is in, or Zephi is in the house. Good, good, good. Colton is in the house. Good, good. All right, our second toast is for you. Yes, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. All right. That was our toast for good luck. So we did it. So that means we're going to have good luck. All right. So I like having good luck. All right. Well, for today's lesson, we're going to watch a video and do a worksheet. Yeah. And again, you get the worksheet on my YouTube homepage. I will also put it on the screen, full screen. I will put it up on the screen. You will see it easily. So don't worry if you don't have it. You can get it easily on my homepage, my YouTube homepage. It's right here, there. And I will put it on the screen. I will display it on the screen. But first, we're going to watch the video. So the video is related to the worksheet, right? So we're going to first practice the language. We're going to first practice the pattern in the video. And then we're going to do the worksheet, right? So we're going to warm up. We're going to practice with the video. And then we will do it. Then we will do the worksheet. Okay, so let me go ahead and open the video here. Unlock it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go full screen so we can practice together, okay? So here we go. It is full screen here. It's big, big, big. All right, let's go ahead and, okay, so the topic is all the time, how often, or how often for ongoing actions. So the question, for example, how often do you drink coffee, right? For me, all the time, right? All the time, every day, a few times a day, right? Every day, a few times a day. I drink coffee in the morning. I drink coffee in the afternoon. I drink coffee in the evening. So all the time, I drink coffee all the time. So ongoing activity, right? So right there, how often, ongoing actions or activities. So ongoing, continuously, right? So every day I drink coffee, ongoing, continuously. And the question, how often? Some people drink coffee. How often do you drink coffee? Some people, maybe once in a while. So we have all the time, once in a while. So that's kind of like opposite, I guess. So all the time. Right, so that's kind of like all, whoa, what happened to, hold on, my camera, we lost focus here. Okay, hold on a sec, everyone. I'm sorry. I just noticed the focus. I know what happened. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to fix something. I said I didn't want any technical difficulties, but we're having technical difficulties right now. Uh-oh. Hold on. Sorry, everyone. Okay, how's that? Hold on. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not moving. My screen isn't moving. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I said, good luck. Oh, that wasn't good luck, was it? But I think we're okay now. Okay, so all the time, meaning kind of like always, right? And then, and what did I say? Once in a while? Did I say that? Once in a while? Once in a while. And that means like, you know, let's say once in a while, let's call that sometimes. Let's call it sometimes. Once in a while. Or we could barely. Okay, barely, and that would be like seldom. Okay, so real quick, in the chat, why don't you tell me how often do you drink coffee? So in the chat, I'll write the question in the chat, and so please tell me how often you drink coffee. How often do you drink coffee? Okay, and so how often do you drink coffee? And is it all the time? Is it once in a while? Is it barely? Okay, Lolly says once in a while equals from time to time. I like that. Yeah, once in a while, time to time. Actually, I like that. I think Lolly's explanation is better. So let's go time to time. I like that expression. Time to time. That's a good expression. Or from time to time. Yeah, sorry. From time to time. That's better. From time to time. Yeah, I like that. I like that expression. How often do you drink coffee? For me, I drink it all the time. Some people from time to time, and maybe some people barely. Okay, let's see here in the chat. How often do you drink coffee? Tetsuo, I drink coffee once in a while. Okay. Mary says, I seldom drink coffee. I prefer tea to coffee. Good, Mary. Lolly says, I drink coffee in the morning, afternoon, evening. Same. All the time. Me too. But actually, this was made this morning. So I made this morning. Right now, I'm in Japan, and it's 3:15 in the afternoon. I made this morning, so I've been just drinking it very slowly throughout the day. So I drink coffee slowly throughout the day. So let me write that down. So I drink coffee slowly throughout the day. I drink coffee slowly throughout the day. Yeah, so I have a nice tumbler here, and this tumbler keeps the coffee hot for a long time. Right now it's not so hot, but it's still, it's warm. It's not cold. So I made this morning. It's not cold. It's not hot. It's warm. Okay, good. All right, let me get back to the chat. Lolly, all the time. Suma, I drink coffee once in a while. Best Gamer says, I rarely drink coffee. Ella says, I drink 1 cup of coffee every day in the morning. So Ella, 1 cup of coffee. 1 cup of coffee. I drink 1 cup of coffee. Okay, Nguyen, I drink coffee every day. So maybe, yeah, maybe all the time. Yeah, every day. Yeah, you can say all the time if you do it every day. Oh, dang, I rarely drink coffee. Tetsuro, I drink coffee at least 3 cups in a day. So I would say Tetsuro all the time. Okay. Yeah, Lolly, all the time. Candy says, I drink coffee in the morning. Maybe coffee, you could say, I drink coffee every morning. You can say that. Every morning, I drink coffee every morning. Every morning. Good. I drink coffee every morning. Tetsuo, I want the tumbler. It's I got this at Starbucks. See, it says Starbucks. But, so you get these at Starbucks, but maybe you can't get the orange one. Maybe they don't make this one any longer. But it's very beautiful, yeah, I love it. This has been good to me for a long time. I've had this for a long time. I got this when I went to Los Angeles to visit my family and friends about, I don't know, 5 years ago? Maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. Okay, let's see. Morem, I don't regularly drink coffee. Nice. Mary says, my husband is crazy about coffee. like me. He drinks 3 cups of coffee a day, like me. Good, Mary. Say hello to your husband for me. I always want to say hello to other people crazy about coffee. So I always say hello to other people who are crazy about coffee like me. I always say hello to other people who are crazy about coffee like me. Okay, Olga. Hello, Olga. I drink coffee almost every day. Umesh, I drink coffee 1 time every morning. So maybe, Umesh, you might say, I drink 1 cup every morning. I drink 1 cup every morning. Or you could say, I drink a cup of coffee every morning. I drink a cup of coffee every morning. You're welcome, Mary. Dang says, I don't drink coffee. Coffee makes me feel nervous. Yeah, so perhaps the caffeine in coffee makes people get a little like you know, what's the word? Maybe nervous, maybe a little, you know, high tension. Okay, there we go. So that's what let's get back to the video here. So thank you everyone for telling me about your coffee habit. Thank you for telling me about your coffee habit. I take milk in my... That's not a good M. That's not a very good M. I could do better. I take milk in my coffee. Yeah. I don't. I take my coffee black. I take my coffee black. Yeah, no sugar. No sugar and no milk. No cream. Just coffee. Only coffee. Okay, good. I take my coffee black. I take milk in my coffee. So this is Candy. This is Mark. Okay, good. Yeah, so if coffee, I like the taste of coffee, so I like it black. I don't want anything in it but coffee. Okay, Peter says, I drink a cup of coffee every morning. Okay, by breakfast, with breakfast. Okay, Peter, we say with breakfast, all right? So I drink a cup of coffee every morning with breakfast. So we want to say with breakfast. With breakfast. Yeah, I think that's very popular with many people. They want to start their day with a little caffeine. Yeah, get some energy. Get that caffeine energy. So many people have coffee with breakfast. Many people have coffee with breakfast, so they get the caffeine boost. Caffeine boost. Many people have coffee with their breakfast for the caffeine boost. One more time. Many people have coffee with breakfast for the caffeine boost. One more time. Many people have coffee with breakfast for the caffeine boost. All right. Layla, I'm doing great. I'm feeling good. I got the caffeine boost. I'm doing great. I got the caffeine boost. Yes, I do. One more sip and let's watch the video. Okay, let's do it, shall we? Let's go over the video and then we will do the worksheet. All right, so all the time. How often? For ongoing actions plus a quiz. Okay, here we go. Okay, who is Mr. Jones calling? Who is Mr. Jones calling? Mr. Jones is calling his son. Mr. Jones is calling his son. Hello, son. How are you today? Okay, here we go. How often does he call his son? Do you know? Can you guess? How often does he call his son? What do you think? What do you think, everybody? What do you think? All the time, once in a while, barely? How often does he call his son? What do you think? What do you think? Would it be all the time? Would it be once in a while? Would it be barely? Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. How often does he call his son? Oh, Tetsuo, he calls his son all the time. That's what Tetsuo. Oh, Lolly says he often calls his son. Oh, ho, ho, best gamer. Mr. Jones is calling me. Okay, let's check. Oh, rarely. Oh, Layla says, I rarely drink coffee. Okay, and yes, he calls his son all the time. How often does he call his son? He calls his son all the time. He calls his son once a day. Lolly, he calls his son from time to time. Okay, very good. Okay, here we go. Who is Mrs. Knott writing to? Who is Mrs. Knott writing to? Mrs. Knott is writing to her daughter. Mrs. Knott is writing to her daughter. Mrs. Knott is writing to her daughter. Good, Candy. Here we go. How often does she write to her daughter? How often does she write to her daughter? What would you say? What do you think? How often does she write to her daughter? Let's find out. She writes to her daughter all the time, of course. She writes to her daughter all the time. Very good. Okay, what are the students talking about? What do you think? What are the students talking about? Let's hear what you think, everybody. Okay, I want you in the chat. What are the students talking about? What are the students talking about? You tell me, everybody. What are the students talking about? What are the students talking about? Okay, Lolly says they are talking about their boyfriends. Ooh, I got a new boyfriend. Hee hee hee. What's his name? What does he do? Is he on the baseball team? What are the students talking about? What are the students talking about? Lolly says they are talking about their boyfriends. They are talking about their boyfriends, says Lolly. Uma says they are talking about school. Tetsuo says they are talking about their school festival. Mary, they are talking about school life. I like it, Mary. Suma says they are talking about their dresses. Dang says they are talking about the new movie. These are all those are real. I think that those are all true, huh? I think those are all true. Harry, they are talking about their hairstyle. Very good. Yeah. You guys, I think those are all great. Those are all great answers. Ah, yeah. Lolly says they are talking about their homework. Maybe. Right. We don't know. We don't. Well, I know. I know what they're talking about, but you don't know. Ah, Ella. They are talking about summer holiday. Yeah. Or they're talking about what they will do for summer holiday. What they will do for summer holiday. Oh, they are talking about their classroom. So they are talking about their trouble. Okay, their troubles, yeah. Like maybe one student has trouble, the other one is helping them. Ah, Harry, they are talking about their favorite teacher. I like it. Oh, Candy, they're talking about lunch. Yeah, so before lunch. Oh, what's for lunch today? Oh, pizza. I love pizza. Oh, Umesh, they are talking about their mother. Okay, great. They are talking about Harry. Okay, let's find out here. Tetsuro says they're talking about their school trip. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, let's move ahead here. Okay. Oh, they are talking about their teacher. They are talking about their teacher. That's what they're talking about. How often do they talk about their teacher? How often do they talk about their teacher? How often do they talk about their teacher? Ah, very good, Dang. I like it. Yeah, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That's the big gossip, Hollywood gossip. Okay, right. Good, best gamer. Summer, holiday. Mine is not till August. Okay, how often do they talk about their teacher? Oh, I like it. Bipa, yeah. Their trip to the lake. Well, we know. So how often do they talk about their teacher? They talk about their teacher all the time. They talk about their teacher all the time. Yeah, Candy, pizza is the best. How often do they talk about their teacher? They talk about their teacher all the time. For sure, for sure. Okay. Who is Len arguing with? Oh, who is Len arguing with? Who's Len? So I want to know, what do you think? Who is Len arguing with? Who do you think Len is arguing with? Who do you think Len is arguing with? So write it. What do you think? Write it in the chat. Write it in the chat. Who do you think Len is arguing with? Who is Len arguing with? Ah, Lolly says Len is arguing with his brother. Tetsuro, he is arguing with his close friend. Nice, 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 nice. Who is Len arguing with? Mary says he is arguing with his friend. Good, good, good. All right, Lolly. Len is arguing with his cousin. Oh, Harry says Len is arguing with a stranger. That could be uncomfortable. Someone you don't know and you're arguing with someone you don't know. Ume says he is arguing with his neighbor, or you could say a neighbor. His neighbor or a neighbor. Lolly, Len is arguing with his co-worker. Okay, Moriam. He is angry with his friend. Trolley. Len is arguing with his friend. Good. Best gamer. Len is arguing with his sister. Tetro. He is arguing with his classmate. Okay, let's go have a look here. Let's check it out. Okay, who is Len arguing with? Best Gamer says Len is arguing with his coworker. Len is arguing with Harry. Good. Good. I like it. Let's be fun. Let's be creative. Roommate. Yeah, that happens a lot. Arguing with roommates, for sure. That happens a lot. Okay. Oh, here's a big hint right here. This is a big hint. Do you know what that picture is? Who's that? Who would you say? Who is that? That might be difficult. Okay, who's Len arguing with? Who is that man? Who is that man? What do you think? Who do you think that is? Okay, now, yeah, good. So actually we say, okay, landowner, we actually say landlord. Good, Harry. Yeah, very good. So yeah, landlord. So Lolly, landowner, but we say landlord, okay? But yeah, so Len is arguing with his landlord. Very good. So Len is arguing with his landlord. Len is arguing with his landlord. The person who owns his house or apartment. So Len is renting his apartment. Len is renting his house. Okay. How often does Len argue with his landlord? I think we know that. He argues with him all the time. How often does Len argue with his landlord? He argues with him all the time. Yeah, landlord is for men and women, Harry. So it could be a woman or it could be a man. Landlord is both men and women. The people who own, the landlord is the owner of the house or the owner of the apartment. That's the landlord. How often does Len argue with his landlord? He argues with him all the time. Yeah, Tetsuro, landlord. Okay. Who is Meg sending an email to? Oh, who do you think? Who is Meg sending an email to? So who do you think? Who is Meg sending an email to? Who is Meg sending an email to? Who? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is Meg sending an email to? Yeah, so Harry, landlord, Lord, yeah, I guess, I'm not English, right? So Americans, we don't have titles like the English, they have titles, Sir, for example, Paul McCartney is Sir Paul McCartney. And then there's like a Lord, and yeah, we don't have those in America. So I think I understand what you're thinking. You're thinking like a lord is a man, a duchess is a woman, kind of thing like that. So yeah, but landlord can be for men and women. Okay, who is Meg sending an email to? Tetsuro, she is sending an email to her mother. Umesh, Meg is sending an email to her friend. Lolly says, Meg is sending an email to her big boss. Suma says, Meg is sending an email to me, to Suma. Meg is sending an email to Suma. Lolly, Meg is sending an email to her parents. Sir Richard Hadley. Okay, good. Harry, Meg is sending an email to her landlord. Nice, Harry. You're making connections. You're taking what we did before and putting it forward. Very good, Harry. That's great. Okay, Moriam, Meg is sending an email to her father. Dang, Meg is sending an email to her daughter's school. Lolly, Meg is sending an email to her neighbors. Landlady, yeah, I guess you can say landlady. Yeah. But you wouldn't, yeah, you could say landlady, but you can't say landman. So you can use landlady, I guess. Yeah, you can do that. Or, I mean, it's kind of like, like waiter and waitress, right? Waiter is a man, waitress is a woman, but you can say server. Server is for both men and women, where landlord could be for men and women, but then landlady is for women, yeah. But it's better to say landlord. Landlord, that's better to say. Okay, Meg is sending an email to her uncle. Oh, Lolly says, Meg is sending an email to her employee. Trolley, Meg is sending an email to her sister. Best Gamer, she is sending an email to her manager. Candy, Meg is sending an email to her boyfriend. Okay, let's check it out. Who is Meg sending an email to? Oh, Meg is sending an email to her granddaughter. Granddaughter. Meg is sending an email to her granddaughter. Meg is sending an email to her granddaughter. How often does she send her granddaughter an email? How often does she send her granddaughter an email? How often does she send her granddaughter an email? Have you checked your email today? Yes, I have. Sometimes they go in the junk, right? Okay, how often? I think we know. I think we know the answer. She sends her an email all the time. She sends her an email all the time. She sends her an email all the time. All the time. Okay. Oh, who is Mr. Kick shouting at? Who is Mr. Kick shouting at? Who is Mr. Kick shouting at? All right, everybody. Who do you think? Who is Mr. Kick shouting at? Who is Mr. Kick shouting at in the chat? Who is Mr. Kick shouting at? Lolly, Mr. Kick is shouting at his employee. Okay, Tessa, he is shouting at his student. Harry, Mr. Kick is shouting at his naughty son. Best Gamer, Mr. Kick is shouting at his employee. Umesh, he is shouting at his employee. All right. Oh, Suma says, Mr. Kick is shouting at his helper. Don't do that. They're helping you. Why are you shouting at your helper? Your helper is helping you. Don't do that. Mr. Kick is shouting at his houseboy. We don't use that anymore, Lolly. Don't say houseboy. I think that's like today's world. We don't say that. Don't use that anymore, Lolly. Candy says he is shouting at his student. Umesh, Mr. Kick is shouting at his grandson. Oh boy. Okay, Moriam, he is shouting at your son. Oops, it's okay. I don't care. But Lolly, I just to tell you that. So, okay, his son says, dang. Okay, let's find out. Okay, who is Mr. Kick shouting at? Oh, Mr. Kick is shouting at his employees. You're welcome, Lolly, anytime. Mr. Kick is shouting at his employees. Lolly? So I think maybe like you would say like butler or helper. I think that's good. Helper, butler, helper, housekeeper. I think that's what you want to. Those are our choices here. Lolly, housekeeper, butler, helper. You know, I think those are the three choices there. Okay, so Mr. Kick is shouting at his employees. Okay, let's go. Let's continue on here. How often does he shout at the employees? I think we know. Oh, maid. Yeah, we can say maid. Yeah. So housekeeper, maid, that's the same. Butler, helper, housekeeper. Yep. Okay, so how often does he shout at his employees? Yeah, Mary knows. He shouts at them all the time. You know it. Okay, let's go. Oh, what are your parents complaining about? What are your parents complaining about? What are your parents complaining about? Well, what do you think? All right. Let me know. Tell me in the chat. What are your parents complaining about? What are your parents complaining about? That's right, Raphael. Good one, Raphael. Raphael says, at least they have a boss called Kick shouting at them. It could be Mr. Mr. Kick kicking or Mr. Shout kicking. I get yeah. Yep. Yeah, Mr. Kick kicking. No. Mr. Shout kicking them. Raphael, very creative. You're on the ball. Raphael, you are on the ball. Okay. What are your parents complaining about? Lolly says, my parents are complaining about my studies. Yes, it was before. That's right. When you were younger, right, Lolly? Suma, my parents are complaining about my soft behavior. Suma, be stronger. Suma, be stronger. Be strong, Suma. Let's see, Umesh. My parents are complaining about school timetable. How about just your schedule, school schedule? How about that, Umesh? My parents are complaining about my school schedule. My parents are complaining about my school schedule. Harry, my parents are complaining about my brother's scores. Yeah, or grades. You can say grades. Tetsuro, they are complaining about their son. See, Trolley, my parents are complaining about my school. Umesh, my parents are complaining about vaccination. Getting vaccination. Or Umesh, one more time. What about the vaccination? Lolly, my parents are complaining about my friends sometimes. Suma, good. Be strong. My parents are complaining about their health. Good day. I like it. Okay. Let's find out. Tetsuro, they are complaining about their naughty daughter. So, Tetsu, their, T-H-E-I-R. Parents, so their daughter, right? Lolly, my parents are complaining about my lifestyle. Ooh. What is your lifestyle, Lolly? Tell us, what is your lifestyle? Okay, Layla, my parents are complaining about they need help. Okay, so Layla, you don't need a help, so just help. My parents are complaining about they need help. Candy, my parents are complaining about the trip. Oh, okay, Umesh, my parents are complaining about not getting the vaccination. Not getting the vaccination. That's a problem, right? Because we want the vaccination. We want to be protected. Okay. Let's check it out. Let's find out. Harry, my parents are complaining about my boss, Mr. Kick. His attitude. He shouted at me last time. Good, Harry. So, Harry, my parents are complaining about my boss's attitude, or my boss's. Okay, I see it. You got the apostrophe. Okay, you got the possessive. Good, Harry. I didn't see it. Sorry. Your sentence is perfect. It's perfect, Harry. Okay, let's find out. Nobody has the right answer. Nobody has the correct answer. I'm sorry, but everybody is wrong. You're all wrong. Everybody is wrong. You guys are all wrong. Sorry. Sorry. Let's find out what they are complaining about. Whoops. Okay, there's the hint right there. That is the hint. What are your parents complaining about? There you go. There's the hint. What are they complaining about? So in the chat, what are they complaining about? What are they complaining about? What are they complaining about? Okay, Lolly says using the phone. Money, balance. What are they complaining about? Tetsuro, very good. They are complaining about the phone bill. Yeah, Trolley. Oh, Lolly, all the time. Good. Using the phone all the time. Very good, Lolly. Using the phone all the time. Okay. Narma. Leila. Nada. Yeah. Okay. Very good, everyone. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. What are your parents complaining about? My parents are complaining about the phone bill. My parents are complaining about the phone bill. It's too expensive. And here we go. How often do they complain about the phone bill? How often do they complain about the phone bill? We know the answer, don't we? How often do they complain about the phone bill? We know. We know, don't we? Oh, we got a question mark, phone bill. So the phone bill is the amount of money you have to pay, right? So if you go to a restaurant, the food bill, right? So you go to a restaurant and they give you the bill, right? So you go to the restaurant and the waiter or waitress gives you the bill. And so the amount you have to pay. So the bill equals the amount of money you have to pay. Okay, so the bill, the amount of money you have to pay. So you have a phone bill, you have the gas bill, right? So your house, you have gas to heat your stove and to heat your water, right? So you have a gas bill, you have a phone bill, you have a internet bill, right? You have to pay for your internet every month. If you go to a restaurant, you have the food bill, right? You know, the waiter or waitress or the server gives you the bill. That's the amount you have to pay for your dinner or lunch or breakfast. Electricity bill, yeah. Maybe you could say your rent bill. You can say insurance bill, right? Maybe you get, in the mail, you have car insurance, you have health insurance, you have house insurance, you have fire insurance, right? So every month, power bill, yeah. So the amount of money you have to pay. Hello, modest crafter. Okay, NB, we're not talking about like a dollar bill, right? So money, okay, that's a good question. So money is also, you call that a bill, like $1 bill, a $5 bill, a $10 bill, a $20 bill, a $50 bill. So the note, but here we're talking about if you go to a restaurant, you get a bill. If the phone company sends you a bill. So this bill is the amount of money you have to pay. Yeah, very good. Grana or Griarna. That is correct. Money bill. No, we don't say money bill. We say phone bill, we say gas bill, we say electric bill. Yeah, fee. That's what it is exactly. Yeah, a bill is a fee. Good, thank you, Tetsuro. So, fee. Yeah, exactly. Good, good, Tetsuro. Thank you. Yeah, invoice is your the invoice is itemized, right? So the invoice is they send you an invoice. Maybe you know if you go to let's say you go okay, let's say you need a lawyer. You go to a lawyer, you need, maybe you're in trouble and you need, yeah, water bill, good, Lolly. You're in trouble and so you need a lawyer. And they do work for you, you know, they call, they make phone calls and they do work. And so they write that all down on the invoice and then they give you the bill. So invoice is kind of a detail. It's detailed, like what each service is for, right? It's more detail. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so how often do they complain about the phone bill? No, installment's different. Okay, how often do they complain about the phone bill? They complain about it all the time, of course. All the time. Hey, Samuel's here. Hello, Samuel. Okay, here we go. What is Bob watching? What is Bob watching? Here we go, everyone. What is Bob watching? All right, in the chat, what is Bob watching? Can you tell me? What is he watching? What is Bob watching? That's right, Simon. Phone bill, water bill. Okay, best gamer. Bob is watching a football match. Lolly, Bob is watching TV. Harry, Bob is watching me. Good. All right, Modest Craft. He's watching Ultraman Cosmos. Mary, he is watching the news. Nada, he is watching a cartoon. Tetsuo, Bob is watching a football game. He is watching a football game. Bob is watching TV. Bob is watching a football game. Best gamer, Bob is watching Mark's live stream. Yeah, I'm happy. Lolly, Bob is watching TV. It's an old TV. Yes. It's not a flat screen. No, it's old. It's an old TV. Yeah, that's right, Lolly. It's an old TV. What is Bob watching? Okay, Sue. He is watching the television. Lubna, he's watching a horror movie. Oh no, Trolley. Bob is watching a shark attack or shark attack. Best gamer, Bob is watching Cristiano Ronaldo football skills. Oh. Umesh, a movie. Marion, a basketball game. Hey, Marion's in the house. Hello, Marion. How are you today? Okay, let's find out. Ah, very Harry. Interesting, Harry. Very interesting. Okay, what is Bob watching? Oh, nobody has the right answer. You guys are wrong, wrong. Everybody's wrong. You are everybody. No, 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 no. Everybody in the chat. No, 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 no. Oh, that's too bad. Nobody has the correct answer. No, Lolly. No, Tetsuro. No, Mary. No, Saima. No, NB. No, Umesh. Oh, everybody. No one has the correct answer. Let's find out what Bob is watching. What is Bob watching? Here we go. Bob is watching. What's he watching? What's Bob watching? What's Bob watching? What is 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 he watching? What is he watching? What's he watching? Okay, man, oh man. You got it. You got it. You got it. Yes. Yes, man, oh man. Yes, modest crafter. Yes, Mary. Okay, nice. Steve Harvey. You like Steve Harvey? He's a comedian. He's funny. I like Steve Harvey. I do too. Yeah, Samuel. Okay, here we go. You got it. Everybody, you got it. Here we go. Bob is watching his favorite TV talk show. Bob is watching his favorite TV talk show. Bob is watching his favorite TV talk show. How often does he watch his favorite TV talk show? How often does he watch his favorite TV talk show? How often does he watch his favorite TV talk show? I think we know what the answer is. I think we know. Yes, he watches his favorite TV talk show all the time. He watches his favorite TV talk show all the time. All the time. Okay, here we go. Here's the quiz. Are you ready for a quiz? Are you guys ready? Here we go. Let's do it. What do you think? What do you think? Here we go. How often does Mr. Jones call his son? Here we go. We're ready. Ready, ready, ready. Here we go. In the chat, how often does Mr. Jones call his son? How often does Mr. Jones call his son? How often does Mr. Jones call his son? Yeah, Lolly. Actually, I'm gonna roll the video, okay? So I'm not going to, okay, so I've been stopping and stopping. So I'm not gonna stop. We're gonna just roll the video, okay? So I'm just gonna play the video naturally, okay? I'm not gonna stop. Here we go. Here we go. We're watching the video right now. It is moving. How often does Mr. Jones call his son? Yes, Mr. Jones calls his son all the time. How often does Mrs. Knott write to her daughter? She writes to her daughter all the time. How often do the students talk about their teacher? They talk about their teacher all the time. How often does Len argue with his landlord? He argues with him all the time. How often does Meg send her granddaughter an email? She sends her an email all the time. How often does Mr. Kick shout at the employees? He shouts at them all the time. How often do your parents complain about the phone bill? Okay, Tetsuro, I'll tell you soon. They complain about it all the time. How often does Bob watch his favorite TV talk shows? He watches his favorite TV talk show all the time. Okay, all the time. Okay, good. All right, that was the video. And I'm gonna hide the video. There it is. Okay, Tetsuro has a question. Tetsuro asks, we should use Ms. or Mrs. or Miss. Okay, so there's a difference, right? Okay, so we have Miss, we have Ms. and Mrs. Okay, so this is how it works. Miss is for a single woman. All right, so Miss, single woman. Ms. Okay, let me. This is better. Okay, Mrs. That's for a married woman. And Ms. either, okay, single or married. Okay, so single or married. That's how it works. All right. So Miss, single woman. Mrs., married woman. Ms., single or married. Yeah, Modest. That's right. Ms. and Mr. Okay, good. Okay, Tetsuro, good question. Okay, nice, everyone. Now let's do the worksheet. Okay, let's do the worksheet. And one more time, you can get the worksheet on my YouTube homepage. Okay, but I will put it on the screen for you so we can do it together. Okay, where is the worksheet? And I think there it is right there. All right, there is the worksheet. Let's do it, shall we? Let's do it. Okay, number one. Okay, we have some examples on the top, right? So we have these right here. Some examples on the top right there. Okay, so let's look at the examples on the top. So here we go. Here's the conversation. Here's the conversation. Okay, who are you calling? I'm calling my sister. How often do you call her? I call her all the time. One more time. Who are you calling? I'm calling my sister. How often do you call her? I call her all the time. Okay, so this is the pattern I want you to use. Okay, this is the pattern I want you to use. Okay, so So A, B, A, B. That's the pattern. A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Okay? That's, so who are you calling? Okay, who are you calling? I'm calling my sister. How often do you call her? How often do you call her? I call her all the time. Okay, so that is in the chat. That's what I want you to practice. Okay, so in the chat, that's what I want you to practice. Here we go. Number one. Number one, who is Mr. Jones calling? And then the hint is son. Okay, so number one. Who is Mr. Jones calling? Hint, son. Who is Mr. Jones calling? The hint is son. So the worksheet has, at the bottom it has it's for you to write your sentences. Yeah, right there. A, B, A, B. Number 3, A, B, A, B. Number 4, A, B, A, B. Okay? So we're doing number 1 right now. Number 1. Who is Mr. Jones calling? The hint is son. Son. A, B, A, B. Okay, Samuel. Who is Mr. Jones calling? He's calling, okay, he's calling his, it should be son, right? That's the hint, S-O-N. Okay, Harry, who is Mr. Jones calling? He's calling his son. How often does he call his son? He calls his son all the time. Very good. Yes, Harry. Okay. Umesh. Who is Mr. Jones calling? He's calling his son. How often does he call his son? He calls his son all the time. Very good, Umesh. That's what I want you, that's what I want everyone to do. I want you to do the A-B-A-B. Okay, Mary. Who is Mr. Jones calling? He is calling his son. How often does he call him? He calls his son all the time. Good, Mary. All right, so we got number 2, right? So number 2, who is Mrs. Not writing to? Hint is daughter. Okay, Tetsuro. Who is Mr. Jones calling? He's calling his son. How often does he call him? He calls him all the time. Good, Tetsuro. Okay, everyone, I want A, B, A, B. So that's 4 sentences. 4 sentences. So you can go to 2. Number 2, who is Mrs. not writing to? Hint is daughter. 3, what are the students talking about? Hint is teachers. Number 4, who is Lynn arguing with? The hint is landlord. Number 5, who is Meg sending an email to? Granddaughter. We got Mr. Kick. So just like the video. Okay, so you guys, and anyone's okay. So it's open, whatever one you want to do, but please write the number. Okay? So anyone's okay, but write the number. So which number are you doing? Okay, so if you're doing number 3, write 3 and then the conversation. If you're doing number 5, write number 5 and the conversation. Okay? So make sure you put the number and then the 4 sentences, right? There's 4 sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the chat, I want you to have 4 sentences, okay? You could do which ones you want to do. It's up to you. Your choice. Your choice. Okay, Harry. Who is Mrs. not writing to? She is writing to her daughter. How often does she write to her daughter? She writes to her daughter all the time. Okay, Min. Who is Mr. Jones calling? He's calling his son. How often does he call his son? He calls his son all the time. Very good. Okay, Best Gamer. Who is Mrs. Not writing to? Mrs. Not is writing to her daughter. How often does Mrs. Not write to her daughter? Mrs. Not writes to her all the time. Samuel, who is Mrs. Not? Okay. Tetsuro, who is Mrs. Not writing to? She is writing to her daughter. How often does she write to her daughter? She writes to her daughter all the time. Mary, who is Mrs. Not writing to? She is writing to her daughter. How often does she write? How often does Mrs. Not write to her daughter? She writes to her all the time. Okay, I want to see 4 sentences like Mary did, like Tetsuro did. Okay, Olga, she is writing to her daughter. She writes to her daughter all the time. Ah, Maitra, thank you. Thank you. We'll do that before we finish. Thank you. I'm going to make a memo poll. I'm going to give myself a message here. Poll. So I don't forget. Thank you, Maitra. I forgot. I always forget. Okay, good, Trolley. Okay. Okay, Harry, who are the students talking about? They're talking about their teachers. How often do they talk about their teachers? They talk about their teachers all the time. Good. Okay, Sue, he is writing to her daughter. Okay, he is writing to his daughter. She is talking, or actually I think it's she. So what are the students talking about? They are talking about their teachers. How often do they talk about their teachers? They talk about their teachers all the time. Okay, Samuel, who is Mrs. Not writing to? She is writing to her daughter. How often does she write to her? She writes to her all the time. Marome, who is Mrs. Not writing to? She is writing to her daughter. How often does she write to her daughter? She writes to her daughter all the time. Okay. Okay, Maitra, no problem. Busy, busy. It's good being busy, Maitra. That's good. It's good being busy. Okay, Tetsuro, who is Len arguing with? He is arguing with his landlord. How often does he argue with his landlord? He argues with his landlord all the time. Good, Tetsuro. Okay, Suma, who is Mr. Jones calling? He is calling his son. How often does he call? Okay, Suma, how often does he call his son? He calls him all the time. Okay, Umesh, who is Lynn arguing with? He is arguing with his landlord. How often does he argue with his landlord? He argues with him all the time. Okay, Harry, who is Lynn arguing with? He is arguing with his landlord. How often does he argue with his landlord? He argues with his landlord all the time. Best gamer, how often? Okay, how often do they talk about their teachers? They talk about their teachers all the time. Okay, so let's go 5 more minutes and then we'll do the poll. So let me get my phone. I'm going to do 5-minute timer. And then we will do the poll and then we will finish today. So 5 more minutes of writing in the chat, okay? So I'm starting the timer right now. So when you hear boing, 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 that means we will do the poll and then we will finish today. So 5 more minutes to write in the chat. Tetsuro, who is Meg sending an email to? She is sending an email to her granddaughter. How often does she send an email to her granddaughter? She sends an email to her granddaughter all the time. Sue, who is Len arguing with? Len is arguing with his landlord. How often does he argue with his landlord? He argues with his landlord all the time. Okay, Lubna. Okay, he's calling his son. Okay, Manome. What are the students talking about? They are talking about their, or the teachers, their teacher. How often do they talk about their teachers? They talk about their teachers all the time. Okay, Mary, who is Lynn arguing with? He is arguing with his landlord. How often does Lynn argue with his landlord? He argues with him once a month. Yes, rent time. When to pay. Yes, good, Mary. Who's Meg sending an email to? She is sending an email to her granddaughter. How often does she send her granddaughter an email. She sends her granddaughter an email all the time. Good, Harry. Tetsuro, who is Mr. Kick shouting at? He is shouting at his employees. How often does he shout at his employees? He shouts at his employees all the time. Good, Tetsuro. Samuel, who is Lynn arguing with? He is arguing with his landlord. How often does he argue with him? He argues with him he argues with his landlord all the time. Olga, Meg is sending an email to her granddaughter. She sends an email to her granddaughter all the time. Okay, Candy, what are the students talking about? They're talking about their teachers. They talk about their teachers all the time. Okay, we got about 2 minutes. About 2 more minutes. And then we're going to do the poll. Umesh, who is Meg, sending an email to? She is sending an email to her granddaughter. How often does she send an email to her granddaughter? She sends an email to her granddaughter all the time. Sue, who is Meg sending an email to? She is sending it. She is sending an email to her granddaughter. How often does she send an email to her granddaughter? She sends an email to her all the time. Okay, number 7, Tetsuro. What are your parents complaining about? They are complaining about the telephone bill. How often do they complain about the telephone bill? They complain about the telephone bill all the time. Good, Tetsuro. Okay, we got 40 seconds. 38 seconds. We got 30 seconds till the poll. Okay, Tetsuro, what is Bob watching? He's watching his favorite TV talk show. How often does he watch his favorite TV talk show? He watches his favorite TV talk show all the time. Oh, hear the boing? Do you hear the boing? That means it's time to do the poll. Okay, so let's... Okay, the worksheet is finished now. Okay, you can get this worksheet right here at my YouTube homepage. Yes, under community. So you can get this, take it, it's a JPEG. So you just take this image and move it to your desktop, and there you will have it to practice. Okay, so you could take, you can print it out or just do it on your home screen. Okay, so great. Let's do the poll. Ava, hello Ava. Oh, she forgot today. It's okay, Ava. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the poll. 102 people voted. Thanks everyone. Yay, we had a good, that's good. Over 100 is good, so yay. Okay, so let's look at the question. How often do you study English? So we're looking at the poll at the top of the chat. The question is, how often do you study English? And we have 4 choices. I study English all the time. I often study English. I sometimes study English. I rarely study English. Or we could do, right? Okay, I study English all the time. I study English once in a while. I barely study English. I never study, right? So those are, you can do that too. Okay, so Number one, top choice, or the most people said, I study English all the time. All right, good, good, good. 38% said, I study English all the time. Number two was sometimes at 30%. 30% said, I sometimes study English. So sometimes that can equal once in a while, okay? Or time to time is better, right? From time to time, I study English. From time to time, I study English. So that's from Lolly, from time to time. A great expression. 29%. So we're close again. So the top three are very close. 37%, 31%, 28%. So number three was 28% said, I often study English. I often study English. And then at 4%, very low, that's good, I rarely study English. So most of you study English all the time, sometimes study English, and often study English. So that's good news. I'm happy to hear that. Ava says, I study English all the time. Mwah. All right. Everyone here in the chat, I study English all the time. Yay. Trolley, I study English all the time. Yay. Ava, I study English all the time. Yay. Mary, I study English whenever I can. All right. You remember, we did that last week, right? Whenever I can. Amna, I study English sometimes. Good, good. We are the best. You are the best, for sure. I study English all the time, says Candy. Yay. All right. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good news. Good news. All right. Well, I got to go. On Saturdays, it's 1 hour, but we've gone overtime. All right. So we usually do overtime. Modest Crafter, I study English all the time. Pretty, I study English all the time. Yeah. Ava, I study English all the time with Mark's live stream and videos. Oh, Ava. I love Ava. I love you. Thank you so much. Mitra, I study English all the time. Tetsuro, I study English all the time. Yay. I'm very happy, very proud of you all. That is great. I see your sentences, and I know you study English all the time because your sentences are, you write great sentences, you write clever sentences, you write interesting sentences, you write funny sentences, you write clever sentences, you write creative sentences. So I know, I see your sentences all the time. I see your writing all the time. I do, right? Best Gamer, I study English whenever I can. All right, very good. Labna, all the time. Yay, very good. Okay, everyone, I have to go. Thank you, as always, for being here with me. I really, really appreciate it because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So, Modest Craft, thank you so much. Mwah. Manome, thank you. Mwah. Umesh, thank you. Mwah. Yay. All right, Samuel. Marion, thank you. Yes, it's good to have you here with me, Marion. Thank you for thank you for being on the green team. Marion, thank you for supporting me, helping me. I appreciate that. Ava, thank you for supporting me. Lolly, thank you for supporting me. Yes, the green team, you guys are great. I really, really appreciate it. And Ella, you're very welcome. Sue, you are very welcome. Dang, everyone, I love you. You guys are very, very kind to me. I really, really appreciate it. Yes, I do. Thank you, Best Gamer. I appreciate it. Yes, have a nice weekend, everyone. I will be back on Tuesday, June 7th. Our next live stream class will be June 7th, 5 p.m. That is 5 p.m. Japan time. I live in Japan, so that is Japan time. Okay, thank you, Samuel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's say goodbye together, shall we? Let's say goodbye together. Let's count down to saying goodbye. Here we go. Let's count down. All right, so everyone have a great weekend. Stay safe. Smile. Love and peace to you and your family. Love and peace to you and your family. I will be back. I will be back on Tuesday, June 7th, 5 p.m. Japan time. I hope to see you then. Okay? Until Tuesday, have a great weekend. Be safe, smile, and peace and love. Okay, thank you so much. And let's count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye-bye.